die slowly because of these 10 foods. 100% cancer-causing rate.
Did you ever stop to consider the staggering fact that over 3,000 Canadians are confronted with a cancer diagnosis on a weekly basis? It's a disheartening reality that goes beyond the individual affected, casting a profound impact on the lives of those who care about them. The arduous journey that lies ahead for people grappling with cancer is undeniably challenging, both physically and emotionally. Delving into the intricacies of this pervasive disease, a pivotal question arises: can our dietary choices truly influence the development of cancer? The unequivocal answer is yes. Genetics and lifestyle factors play pivotal roles in shaping the trajectory of this disease, with certain foods being intricately linked to an elevated risk of cancer. Unraveling the complexities further, it becomes evident that some foods harbor toxic chemicals or compounds associated with cancer, while others may foster inflammation or contribute to the disease. Through various mechanisms, staying well informed about these dietary culprits is crucial, empowering individuals to make judicious choices and mitigate the risk of succumbing to this devastating ailment. It's imperative to recognize that cancer can affect even the healthiest among us. However, this stark reality shouldn't be a pretext to disregard the impact of our lifestyle choices. Cultivating a nourishing, nutrient-rich diet not only fosters overall well-being, but also substantially diminishes the likelihood of succumbing to specific diseases, including cancer. Let's embark on an exploration into the realm of recognized carcinogens present in certain foods. Understanding why these substances should be unequivocally eradicated from our diets is pivotal in our collective endeavor to safeguard against the insidious reach of cancer.
1. Smoked foods.
Particularly the allure of smoked meats have become a culinary preference appreciated for their distinct and enticing flavors. The smoking process, though, introduces a dimension that extends beyond taste. Nitrate and nitrite additives. These compounds serve as preservatives, safeguarding against the proliferation of harmful bacteria and effectively extending the shelf life of the food. While this appears advantageous for food safety, the preservation method reveals its drawbacks when smoked meats encounter high temperatures during cooking or smoking. Under such conditions, the seemingly innocuous nitrates and nitrites undergo a chemical transformation, metamorphosing into nitroso compounds, including nitrosamines and nitrosamides. What makes this transformation concerning is the established link between these nitroso compounds and carcinogenicity, the potential to induce cancer. Research underscores the association between the consumption of foods containing nitroso compounds and an elevated risk of specific cancers, particularly those affecting the gastrointestinal tract, such as stomach and colorectal cancers. The gravity of this concern deepens when considering the disruptive impact of nitroso compounds on normal cell and DNA functioning. This disruption becomes a precursor to the development of cancer cells, heightening the urgency for a reevaluation of our dietary choices. Beyond the specter of cancer, the health ramifications associated with these carcinogens extend into other realms. Excessive consumption of smoked foods can tip the balance of beneficial bacteria in the intestines, paving the way for stomach infections. Moreover, the processing of smoked foods often leads to elevated sodium levels, a factor contributing to concerns such as high blood pressure, stroke, and diabetes when consumed in abundance. In the face of these health risks, a call to action emerges to encourage those with an affinity for the smoky taste to explore alternatives by incorporating diverse spices or sauces to enhance the flavor of dishes. Individuals can not only savor their meals, but also actively reduce their exposure to the carcinogenic compounds and nitroso elements inherent in smoked foods. Choosing a healthier diet becomes a conscious step toward mitigating these risks and fostering overall well-being.
2. Farm fish.
The ubiquity and convenience of farm-raised fish, while undeniable, come with a set of warnings that distinguish them from their wild counterparts. A prevailing concern centers around the presence of contaminants and chemicals lurking in the diet and environment of these fish, posing potential health risks for consumers. Farm-raised fish, as part of their atypical diets, often consume high proportions of corn or grain-based feed, a far cry from the natural diet of their wild counterparts. This dietary disparity translates into notable differences in the nutritional composition of the fish. The repercussions are far-reaching, especially when it comes to essential nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, whose levels may be impacted in aquaculture settings. The cultivation of these fish involves the use of various chemicals aimed at maintaining fish health during operations. Pesticides, employed to control sea lice infestations and manage crowded farm environments, play a pivotal role in parasite prevention. However, the very presence of these pesticides within the fish environment raises red flags, sparking concerns about potential chemical residues existing in the fish. Moreover, depending on the specific farming practices in the water source, farmed fish may encounter additional challenges. Contaminants such as heavy metals, polychlorinated biphenyls (PCBs), and other harmful substances have the propensity to accumulate in fish flesh over time. This accumulation is not merely an environmental issue, but carries profound health implications for consumers. The nexus between farm-raised fish and the risk of cancer becomes evident, predominantly hinging on the potential presence of these contaminants and chemicals at elevated levels. Specific culprits, such as PCBs and dioxins, exhibit toxic and carcinogenic properties. Consumption of these contaminants in substantial quantities over extended periods emerges as a potential catalyst for an increased risk of cancer. As consumers, being cognizant of these intricate dynamics allows for informed decision-making about our dietary choices. The allure of farm-raised fish's accessibility should be tempered with an awareness of the potential health risks associated with the presence of contaminants and chemicals, urging a more nuanced approach to seafood consumption.
3. Fried foods.
Indulging in the delectable crunch of fried foods, whether it's chicken fries or donuts, may carry a higher risk of various types of cancer when subjected to the intense heat of deep frying. These foods undergo transformations that give rise to potentially harmful compounds. One such compound that has attracted significant attention in research is acrylamide. Studies have drawn connections between acrylamide and an elevated risk of specific cancers, including ovarian, kidney, and pancreatic cancer. The revelation that a seemingly innocent indulgence like fried foods could be intricately tied to such serious health implications is indeed sobering. Beyond the ominous shadow cast by acrylamide, fried foods often come laden with unhealthy fats and excess calories. This caloric excess not only contributes to obesity, but also opens the door to a spectrum of health problems that significantly heighten the risk of cancer. To navigate this culinary minefield and minimize the risk of cancer, a pragmatic approach involves curtailing the consumption of fried foods. Opting for healthier cooking methods such as grilling, baking, or sautéing becomes a pivotal choice. Beyond the mere reduction of exposure to harmful compounds, these alternative methods actively contribute to better overall health and well-being. In essence, the tantalizing allure of fried foods invites us to reflect on the choices we make in our daily diets. A conscious shift towards healthier cooking practices not only safeguards against potential cancer risks, but also becomes a testament to our commitment to cultivating a lifestyle that prioritizes long-term health and vitality.
4. Sugar.
Delving into the intricacies of nutrition, it becomes evident that a diet characterized by high sugar intake is intricately linked to an augmented risk of cancer. Unpacking this association reveals a web of interconnected mechanisms operating within the body, casting light on the profound impact of our dietary choices. At the forefront of this nexus is the role of excessive sugar consumption in fomenting chronic inflammation, an environment conducive to the unhindered growth and dissemination of cancer cells. The ramifications extend further, with sugar-laden foods triggering the release of insulin to regulate blood sugar levels. However, the persistent influx of high sugar levels can induce insulin resistance, compelling the pancreas to overproduce insulin. This surge in insulin levels is not benign. Studies underscore its ability to act as a catalyst for the stimulation of cancer cell growth. Particularly owing to the presence of insulin receptors on these cells, the multifaceted repercussions of a sugar-laden diet become even more pronounced when considering its association with obesity. Sugary beverages and foods, abundant in empty calories and devoid of essential nutrients and fiber, contribute significantly to this obesity epidemic, a well-established risk factor for diverse cancers, encompassing breast, ovarian, and colorectal cancers. Scrutinizing the molecular level, the availability of glucose, fructose, and sugar emerges as a direct energy source for cancer cells, potentially fueling their division and proliferation. To navigate these perilous waters, a conscientious approach involves vigilance over sugar intake, coupled with a deliberate choice towards a balanced diet enriched with whole foods, fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These natural sources of sugar not only offer a harmonious blend of essential nutrients, but also provide antioxidants and fiber, countering the potential carcinogenic effects of sugar and contributing to the body's resilience against aging and cancer-related risks. In essence, this exploration into the intricate relationship between sugar and cancer serves as a clarion call for a dietary recalibration, one that not only acknowledges the risks posed by excessive sugar consumption, but actively embraces a holistic approach to nutrition, fostering overall well-being and resilience against the insidious onset of cancer.
5. Hydrogenated oils.
The nutritional landscape casts a shadow on hydrogenated oils, commonly known as trans fats, as they emerge as a significant concern and intricately linked to a heightened risk of cancer. Unveiling the connection between trans fats and cancer unveils a complex tapestry of interrelated factors, urging a closer examination of our dietary choices. At the heart of this concern lies the hydrogenation process, a common technique used to solidify liquid oils in the production of processed foods, while it serves to enhance texture and prolong shelf life. This very process gives rise to trans fats, marking a turning point fraught with health implications. The presence of trans fats in hydrogenated oils has been directly implicated in promoting chronic inflammation within the body, a precursor to the development of cancer. This persistent inflammation creates an environment where healthy cells teeter on the brink of transformation into cancerous cells. Delving deeper, trans fats exhibit a disconcerting association with increased levels of low-density lipoprotein, cholesterol LDL cholesterol, commonly known as bad LDL cholesterol. This lipid density stands as a recognized risk factor for various cancers, including breast and colorectal cancers. Not only can LDL cholesterol induce oxidative stress and cellular damage, potentially kickstarting and advancing cancer, but the consumption of trans fats may also contribute to insulin resistance, a condition diminishing the body's responsiveness to insulin. The ripple effect of elevated insulin levels resulting from insulin resistance is intimately tied to the uncontrolled growth of cancer cells. This metabolic disruption, coupled with the integration of trans fats into cell membranes, further distorts cellular signaling and communication. The net result is an environment conducive to the unbridled cell growth characteristic of cancer. As a proactive measure to minimize the risk of cancer, steering clear of foods containing hydrogenated oils becomes imperative. Opting for healthier alternatives, anchored in the richness of fats from sources like olive oil, avocados, and nuts, not only elevates the flavor profile of meals, but actively contributes to overall health. In this nuanced approach to nutrition, we carve a path towards a dietary regimen that not only shields against the looming threat of cancer, but also fosters a foundation of well-being.
6. Popcorn.
Popcorn, a quintessential snack synonymous with movie nights, takes center stage in our snacking rituals. However, when the spotlight shifts to microwave popcorn, a reevaluation is in order, prompted by its potential connection to cancer. A concern rooted in the packaging of the popcorn bag. The predicament lies within the lining of microwave popcorn bags, often impregnated with chemicals like perfluoroalkyl compounds, notably perfluorooctanoic acid PFOA, and perfluorooctane sulfonate PFOS, while the intended purpose is to thwart oil seepage. During microwave cooking, an unintended consequence unfolds as these chemicals may leach into the popcorn, turning our attention to the popcorn itself. The association between microwave popcorn and cancer risk becomes a subject of scrutiny, particularly concerning the link between PFOA and tumor development, as evidenced in animal studies. However, it's crucial to tread cautiously, recognizing that findings from animal studies may not seamlessly extrapolate to human health risks. These revelations indeed raise valid concerns about the safety of routinely indulging in microwave popcorn. Moreover, the potential risks extend beyond consumers to individuals laboring in industries associated with PFOA production. The gravity of the situation is underscored by warnings that prolonged exposure to these chemicals may precipitate adverse health effects, heightening the risk of conditions such as prostate cancer. In the face of these concerns, it might be judicious to explore alternative snack options to accompany your favorite movie nights. By doing so, one can revel in the cinematic experience without harboring the potential health risks intertwined with microwave popcorn. It's an invitation to not only savor the entertainment, but also prioritize our well-being through mindful snack choices.
7. Soda consumption.
Soda, a ubiquitous beverage in our modern lives, has found itself under the critical lens of scrutiny, and the spotlight is on its potential association with heightened cancer risk. The entwining of factors prompting this association underscores the imperative of reassessing our habits when it comes to soda consumption. At the heart of this concern is the high sugar content prevalent in soda, a characteristic shared with other sugary drinks. These beverages are notorious for delivering substantial doses of added sugar, fostering an elevated calorie intake that, in turn, contributes to weight gain and the looming specter of obesity, a recognized risk factor for various cancers spanning colorectal and pancreatic cancers. Beyond the repercussions of sugar, another layer is added to the cancer risk landscape through the prism of insulin resistance. Regular consumption of sugary drinks, often featuring high fructose corn syrup, can induce a diminished responsiveness of cells to insulin, propelling elevated insulin levels that have been associated with the stimulation of cancer cell growth. The inclusion of potentially harmful chemicals in soda, exemplified by caramel color and ethylamidazole forms, raises legitimate concerns. Although the definitive link between these additives and cancer in humans remains a subject of ongoing research, the acidic nature of many soft drinks introduces yet another dimension to the equation, contributing to tooth erosion and elevating the risk of oral cancer. Moreover, the acidic environment created in the stomach due to soft drink consumption emerges as a potential contributing factor in the development of stomach cancer. As a final blow, the regular consumption of soda can inadvertently displace healthier beverage options, resulting in reduced nutrient intake. This depletion deprives the body of essential vitamins and minerals crucial for cancer prevention and overall health. In response to these multifaceted concerns, a prudent approach involves limiting soda consumption and opting for alternatives, such as unsweetened tea or low-fat milk. This measured shift in beverage choices becomes not just a lifestyle adjustment, but a conscious step toward safeguarding our health in the face of potential cancer risks associated with soda consumption.
8. Processed foods.
As highlighted earlier, it's imperative to recognize the perilous nature of processed foods, housing compounds like nitrate and nitrite that pose a considerable threat, not just to stomach health but also to the broader spectrum of malignancies. The peril doesn't end there. Delve deeper, and you'll uncover refined white flour, a seemingly innocuous substance that undergoes a perilous refining process, harboring a trove of processed harmful chemicals, adding to the nutritional disarray. Processed foods parade excessive levels of unhealthy fats, a significant contributor to the escalating obesity epidemic. These culinary culprits are not just guilty of offering empty calories through their high sugar content, but are meticulously engineered to activate pleasure centers in the human brain. The intentional design to induce overconsumption is a deliberate strategy employed by food manufacturers investing substantial resources to create products that tantalize the taste buds and trigger an insatiable desire for more. The consequences of this engineered overconsumption are glaring weight gain and a cascade of health problems tied to obesity and excess body weight. Yet, the menace doesn't stop there. The list of chemicals found in processed foods is a cause for concern, encompassing preservatives, colorants, flavor enhancers, and texture enhancers. These additives, while enhancing the visual appeal and taste, harbor the potential to wreak havoc on our health, setting the stage for a host of adverse effects. In navigating the labyrinth of processed foods, it becomes increasingly apparent that their allure is a calculated dance with health risks. The call to action is clear. Scrutinize our choices. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods, and reclaim control over our health and well-being.
9. White flour.
Delving into the realm of dietary choices unveils a concerning connection between foods crafted from refined white flour, such as the ubiquitous white bread and pasta, and an escalated risk of specific cancer types, prominently colorectal cancer. The crux of this association lies in the exhaustive processing of white flour, a procedure that strips away vital nutrients and fiber content. This depletion becomes a catalyst for inflammation and other health complications, significantly heightening the susceptibility to cancer development. The infiltration of regular white flour into an array of prepared foods, ranging from crackers to cookies and cakes, only amplifies the potential cancer risk embedded in these widely consumed processed items. To take a proactive stance in reducing the risk of cancer, a prudent shift is recommended. Opting for whole grains becomes a cornerstone in this dietary recalibration. Whole grain alternatives, such as breads and pasta varieties crafted from the entirety of the grain, emerge as beacons of nutritional resilience. Unlike their refined counterparts, whole grains retain a wealth of valuable nutrients and fiber. These components not only serve as staunch combatants against inflammation, but also function as pillars promoting holistic health and overall well-being. In navigating the intricate tapestry of dietary choices, the call to prioritize whole grains becomes more than a mere suggestion. It transforms into a deliberate and informed choice, a conscious step towards fostering a diet that not only minimizes cancer risks, but actively contributes to the flourishing vitality of our bodies.
10. Red meat.
Embarking on a journey through dietary considerations reveals a noteworthy correlation between the consumption of red meat including beef, pork, and lamb is associated with a higher risk of certain types of cancer, including pancreatic and prostate cancer. The crux of this association lies in the high levels of saturated fat inherent in red meat, a dietary component with a potent capacity to kindle inflammation, consequently heightening the vulnerability to cancer development. Delving deeper into the intricacies of red meat, another potential culprit surfaces: heme iron present in red meat. This iron variant holds the potential to inflict damage on the colon mucosa, thereby amplifying the risk of colorectal cancer. To navigate these health concerns proactively, a judicious approach involves curbing red meat consumption, opting for leaner protein sources like chicken and fish, or exploring plant-based alternatives such as beans and legumes. Emerges as a strategic choice to mitigate cancer risks. For those who opt to include red meat in their diet, it becomes imperative to make discerning choices. Opting for lean cuts and embracing healthier cooking methods, such as grilling, become pivotal strategies to offset potential health risks. Additionally, the caution extends to processed meats like bacon and sausage, as these have been unmistakably linked to an increased cancer risk, urging a cautious approach to their inclusion in our diets. In weaving together the narrative of dietary choices, the guidance is clear. A conscious and measured approach to red meat consumption is not just advisable but forms a cornerstone in our proactive efforts to fortify our health and diminish the risk of cancer. In essence, we've navigated through vital insights regarding 10 cancer-causing foods, urging a cautious approach in either limiting their consumption or incorporating them into our diets in moderation. It's crucial to underscore that fostering a healthy diet, coupled with regular exercise and active lifestyle choices, wields transformative power in mitigating the risk of cancer, while simultaneously elevating our overall health and well-being. As you embark on this journey, empower yourself by effecting gradual yet impactful changes to your dietary and lifestyle habits. Your conscious choices hold the potential to shape a healthier future, free from the specter of cancer.
Before we part ways, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this exploration. Your comments, likes, and shares mean the world to me. And now, as we bid farewell to this chapter, I encourage you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What did you find most intriguing? What topics would you like me to cover in future videos? Let's keep the conversation going.